Hi, everyone. Kay Berkner here with Dr. Tom Phelan. Dr. Phelan, how are you today?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. So today we are going to be talking about your mommy ID. Dr. Phelan, this is a concept that you introduced in the Manager Mom epidemic. Can you tell us what mommy ID is?
Yeah, Mommy ID is a set of rules that moms have inside them that may have come from their background, how they were raised, come from culture, come from movies, come from all kinds of places. But it's a set of rules, and they're fairly strict about what it takes to be a good mother. And mommy, a lot of moms will tell me, say, I'm a guilt freak. And if you're a guilt freak, you're a guilt freak based on these rules that are inside. And the mommy ID, a lot of the rules, they're very functional and they help get a lot of good things done, but they also help cause the manager mom syndrome by putting a lot of pressure on mom, and they cause a real unbalance in the workload at home.
Got it. So in the book, you outline 10 kind of core beliefs or core pieces of the mommy ID. Can you share a couple of those with us?
Yeah, let me tell you a couple of my favorites. The first one, and one of my favorites, is that mom is president. And that means mom is in charge and responsible. This is according to mom now. Mom is in charge and responsible for getting core jobs done, such as primary childcare, secondary childcare, and household activities like laundry, shopping, and food preparation. So again, a lot of the president role is a functional thing, but it tends to be overblown. Another role, another one of the 10 commandments, as I call them, is stoic. And that means mom is supposed to get these things done without regard to how she feels. Her feelings make no difference. If you don't feel good, you don't feel happy, that's too bad. There's a job to be done. And a third one is what I call first responder. Johnny comes running down when school is in session and runs through the kitchen in the morning, says, I can't find my science book. Who's going to get up and go look for it? Well, guess, probably mom in addition
Probably
to,
not.
yeah. So those are just 3 examples out of the 10, but you can see some of the pressure that results from them.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I think about the way that sometimes the conversation around momming and motherhood happens even online, um, it seems like some moms are almost uh, kind of proud in like a weird backwards way of all the work that they do around these things. So, for instance, being a stoic, like some moms really are proud of the fact that they are so in service to their family that sometimes they don't feel good, but at least they're taking care of their families. Why are these beliefs so harmful to moms and to families?
Well, because, and part of what you're talking about is part of the reason they're so ingrown, and there's another side to them, and that is not just that I feel bad about them, but I also feel good about myself. Moms are also competitive. There's a mommy group that compares who's doing what, and being a good stoic and getting these jobs done is one of the things that's admired. And if you don't like it and you feel bad or you don't have enough free time, well, that's just too bad, because that's part of being a mom. And we admire, that's part of the role model, is to be kind of it's sort of a suffering servant model in a lot of ways.
Yeah, which just doesn't seem like, I understand where it comes from and I see kind of that model reinforced
Yeah.
in a lot of what we see, but that feels really unhealthy. That feels like it might lead to like mommy mental breakdown.
Well, mental illness problems in moms are really, really important. Maternal depression is a big issue, and it can be caused by the manager mom syndrome, by kids' misbehavior, and by this great unevenness in the workload at home. And yet it's accepted. And moms will say, that's just the way it is. What can I do about it? That's just the way it is.
So to your point, it can be really hard to change our beliefs about ourselves, and particularly for some of these things where there's a lot of societal value placed on being a good mother. Why is it worth it for moms to do the work to change these beliefs about themselves and about what they should be doing? How are they and their families going to benefit from it?
Yeah, moms get so focused on getting the work done that they miss the side effects of the manager mom syndrome and the mommy ID. One of those side effects is that family bonding gets crushed. I think we're talking here about the biggest cause of divorce. 40% of first marriages, 50% of second marriage, 60% of third. We don't learn from our experience. Why? Because we don't deal with this inequality and so on. But family bonding is crushed. There's so much resentment generated in moms because of the inequality that it's not funny. Second thing is kids' independence is crushed. Mom is the president. She's running the place. We are, in our society, we are not good at teaching kids how to be self-starters and get things done. What we're teaching them is how to respond cooperatively to parental commands. And those are two very different things. And the third thing we talked about, a few minutes ago was mom's mental health, but it's just mom's happiness. You want mom to enjoy life. A lot of mothers don't realize it. Your kids and your husbands and partners really they have a deep need to see you happy and enjoying yourself. They don't have a need to feel like they are crushing your spirit. But the way things are set up now, that's often the result.
Yeah, that's certainly a good motivator to think about changing. What do you think the biggest barrier to moms making this change would be? What's the thing that's going to stop them?
I think some of this, part of it is that this is the status quo. And I think a lot of moms had this modeled for them by their own mothers. And so this is deep, and there's a commitment to it. And it's just I don't want to say it's a commitment to misery, but it's certainly a commitment to unhappiness in a lot of ways. But it has to be done. The job has to be done. If I don't do it, who's going to do it? These other people around me, my husband and the kids, they're not going to do it, so I have to do it. That's just too bad if I don't feel good most of the time because of this sort of thing. But then what's missed is that you're the husband or you're the kids and all that. The husbands are passive aggressive conspirators. The kids are oblivious conspirators to the manager mom syndrome. And so mom shaking off that commitment and also learning constructively, how do I get these other people involved? How do I get them to take over, to take total responsibility for certain tasks around there? There are ways to do it, but arguing, yelling, screaming, and nagging are not those ways.
Yeah. And I think that's this has been kind of a heavy topic and kind of a heavy conversation. But I think that the thing that is so hopeful, that sort of light at the end of the tunnel, is that it is changeable. And as someone who has read the book, it's not hard. I mean, I won't say that it's not hard. It's not complicated to do. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. It's a very achievable goal.
Yeah, and the start is changing the mommy ID or the maternal identity, those mindsets.
Absolutely. So if you want to learn more about the 10 mommy ID beliefs and how to change them for yourself, Dr. Phelan's going to be doing a free online seminar next week on Thursday, where he'll be teaching how your mommy ID shapes your parenting and your mothering behavior, the basic mommy ID 10 commandments. We talked about those a little bit today, how to reevaluate your inner scripts and mindsets, and how to free yourself from the oppression of manager mom syndrome so you can have better family bonding, more independent kids, and just generally a happier family. Make sure that you're signed up for the 123 Magic newsletter. We'll be sending out information about that seminar in today's newsletter, and we'll send a reminder on Monday as well. Thank you so much.